Find the domain of the function and discuss the behavior of f near any excluded x values. The function is f of x equals the quantity x squared plus 2x plus 1 divided by the quantity x cubed plus x squared minus x minus 1. First, simplify the function. To simplify the denominator, you can factor by grouping. Factor x squared out of the first two terms and factor -1 out of the third and fourth term. Now factor the quadratic in the numerator and factor x plus 1 out of the denominator. Use the difference of squares formula to factor x squared minus 1 into the quantity x minus 1 times the quantity x plus 1. Divide out the common factors in the numerator and denominator, and note that because -1 makes the denominator equal to 0, there is a hole in the function at -1. So f of x is equal to 1 divided by the quantity x minus 1, where x is unequal to -1. Now remember that any x value that makes the denominator equal to 0 is not included in the domain. So set the denominator equal to 0 and solve for x. You have x minus 1 is equal to 0, add 1 to each side of the equation, and you find x equals 1 is not in the domain. So the domain of f of x is all real numbers except -1 and +1. To determine the behavior of the function as it approaches +1 on the right side, substitute values of x close to +1 and on the right side of +1 into the function. You'll find that as x gets closer to 1, the function approaches infinity. To determine the behavior of the function as x approaches +1 on the left side of the equation, substitute values of x close to +1 and on the left side of +1 into the function. You'll find that as x gets closer to +1, the function approaches -infinity. To find the value the function approaches at x equals -1, substitute -1 into the simplified function 1 divided by x minus 1. You'll find that f of x approaches -1/2 as x approaches -1. Note that there is a hole at x equals -1, so the function will approach the same value on the left and right side of -1.